462,900 versus 463,900.
Just made a new high day.
Nice. I'm gonna jump around quite a bit. Algo's just goofing around. How's it going, everybody? Good morning. What up? Let's do some. Let's look at some stocks, huh? What was it at before those numbers came out? 259, a little under 259. Okay. All right, hey, let's get to work here. Let's get going through some of the indexes. We'll go through some of the outlook for the market today, some individual stocks, take a look at some things from yesterday, and yeah, we will run it. I'm just gonna reply to this quick. Yeah. Everybody in? So first, actually, I want to talk about yesterday very briefly. So, coming into yesterday, right, we had this, flat open after a really strong close to end the quarter to end Monday, right near these all-time highs of SPY, right? And within looking for that, right, two scenarios to essentially play out as most likely, inside day or red to green move to new highs to make it, right, an extremely active, trading day. What ended up occurring was within 5 minutes, if you look at the cues, this is the first, 5, 10, 15 minutes of candle. This came down pretty hard, and it essentially required some immediate adjustments to the approach for the day. Microsoft was one we were looking at here, to see if it was going to continue to hold this 426 and push through, right, Monday's high, and it's immediately faded off, pretty hard right away in the morning. So when you see that, right, like, again, like a trade thesis and an analysis for the day, is just that. Then you wait for a price to prove it and then act on that. And then so anyways, it required a little bit of shift immediately. We started getting some headlines out, about the Middle East. And then this LMT, the volume alerts started, going crazy on these, defense contractors. LMT ripped $15 about 5 minutes into market open. We saw the XLE from a gap down just start ripping red to green. And about 4 to 5 minutes into market open, started kind of noticing this shift and that there was, good opportunity elsewhere. We started, I sent out some notes in my channel about the XLE, about some of the defense contractors, and then, bought a few of those, right? I thought that was a good day. We haven't had a day like that in a while to where you've had to kind of flip or switch the plan or make quick adjustments in the morning. Maybe some minor tweaks here and there to, the watch list of, instead of focusing on these four stocks, focusing on these four stocks, right? But, that was a pretty quick, swift change in some things that we haven't seen for a little bit of time. Anyways, why it's important to stay in tune with the market. It's important to stay in tune with where stocks are at. I'm always watching a lot of things and a lot of stocks, and generally have a pretty tight grip on where things are and what things are looking like for when that is needed. So, anyways, we ended up pulling back into the just below the 90 EMA. Still a lot of supports down below on SPY. It was a pretty nasty first hourly candle, down about $7. But again, as long as we're holding this 565 to 563.40, which are the previous all-time highs on SPY, I think we're pretty well situated. There are a few signs, Brock, you had mentioned, right? The percent of stocks above their moving averages was nearing some, higher territory and coming back in the very near term. Watching yesterday's low 566 flat. Want to see us reclaim yesterday's close as well, 568.62. We're opening kind of right up in the middle there. But other than that, I don't have some major thoughts on the indexes. Ideally, like us to see us reclaim that previous day close and kind of pierce within that. One possible scenario for today, kind of depending on where some of the chips fall. We did have some pretty decent job numbers. More of a secondary job report from I think ADP or Challenger or whatever that is. That was pretty positive. So market might see a little excitement about that. My ideal scenario on something that looks like this, right? If it were like a regular stock, I'd be looking for a drop below yesterday's low to hold, dip into this 565 support right here, and then start to reclaim, start to see some of that rounding action on the hourly or 30-minute chart, and then play like essentially like an EMA crossback on the 30-minute chart. I am certainly mindful that this is the first time we've lost the 65-minute 20 moving averages going back since the September 11th kind of little pop and the rally that we've seen from 540 up to 574 since 9/11, which is a pretty substantial rally. It's the first time we've lost the hourly 20 EMA, which is this pink line right here. And by lost, I mean right, substantially lost and rejected, and we rejected that right at close. So very well could be on the hourly time frame, right? This wedge pop, looking for that EMA crossback on the hourly, which I might be interested in trading. But the issue with that is it's only on the hourly that's showing it. The weekly is not showing that. The daily is not showing that yet. So I'm going to need a little bit more time frame confirmation in order to get interested in that. Yeah, that's really that's honestly that's all I want to go over on the indexes. Still watching IWM around the 50-day moving average. Want to see this reclaim this 217 to 218 spot as soon as possible. And QQQ just holding this little previous neckline here around 477. Bracco, how you feeling? What are you thinking?
Yo, yeah, give me 1 second.
Yes. A few pizza overnight. China stocks gapping up. Yin's gapping up 17%. Yeah, there's like Tiger TIGR is up 22%. Humana is down 21%. Congratulations. I know people are, posting some of their positions and some of these things. Like CVS is up, pretty significantly. I know you guys got some $62 and $63 calls. Tesla's fading off here a little bit down into some support. I think this 247 to 249-ish area is the first spot that I'd like to see if buyers step in on this hourly chart. We've kind of built out, in my opinion, potentially a little bit of hourly support here between this, 249 to 247. If we see if we can build out around this area. On Tesla following their delivery numbers. If not, 243 next, and then probably back down here at about 237-ish zone on the old Tesla. Rocco, you can
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
I think I got my screen up. So my head's I'm pretty much gonna be focused on these Chinas today for the most part. Um, this is like the last gap up that washes all the shorts out. I mean, this is like I never would have even seen this coming, but it's like setting up picture perfect. We were shorting these here and there on Monday, got a couple nice moves on them, pretty strong bounce back yesterday. And then you got the yen gapping up another 20% today. Starting to fade a little bit in the pre-market. I was looking at kind of playing them in pre-market, but a lot of these have like really like popped or held pretty strong at the open for the most part on some of these big gap up days, whether that's due to just like options mechanics or shorts getting pushed out or whatever. So I just wanted to kind of wait to see how these acted at the open. But I got the highest extension, short-term extension reading from the 50-day ever on this FXI. Is it going to be ready today? I don't know. I got to try it. I mean, this is just one of my setups. And the fact that we just extended this much again so quickly with like maybe 1 day of rest. I got my eyes peeled across these names. I'll be probably watching to play the Yang again, just to trade some equity. And then I'll be looking at some JD Baba or some Futu puts. Futu is technically the most extended. They just got a price target upgrade this morning from JP Morgan to 160, which I think it was previously like 80 something. So maybe you can see some profit taken there on these. So yeah, we'll just look for some interesting setups on them, see if we kind of get that rubber band short on these. Baba, Futu, JD, Yin, and Yang will be on my watch list for those. If these are setting up for the big one. I mean, it was a pretty nice setup on Monday, but it just got like 5 times better. Maybe it's today, maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know, but this is where the huge volume is, and this is where I want to have my eyes focused. So I'll be watching those. I don't really plan on adding anything new today. I took some of this JOBY in pre-market off that news I sent in the chat. I got like a 560 average, so up like 9%. Maybe this could turn into something. We'll see. They got a 500 million investment from Toyota, getting some nice volume in the pre-market. And this thing looked like it was completely about to break down to hell yesterday, and now it's gapping up huge today. So you probably got some shorts trapped. I think Andrew was saying like 18% short interest on this or something. So figured worth a stab. I got some of that. And then I took some of that CVS with Alex Jones, pretty small position though. And then yesterday we added this NNE and OKLO. So just stop at previous days lows on these. We're in profit right now, up 8.5% on NNE and about 2% on OKLO. So stops at break even for now. I'm just going to try to let these work. Don't plan on doing much with these today, hoping they hold up or put in an inside day or something. So Tesla's gapping down 3.5%. Everyone was talking about the delivery numbers. I've over the past couple of days gotten down to a half size position. As we got up into this previous left peak. I think more so what matters is kind of where the stock's at in its short-term cycle, to kind of determine how that those delivery numbers will hit the tape. So I was kind of preparing myself for some downside, like mentally, just because it was coming up into this left peak. It was a little bit extended and probably needs to pull back a little bit. So we're seeing that this morning, and I got a half size position with about a 235 average. Technically, I'm trading TSLL as my vehicle, but I want to see this 20 EMA catch up. Typically for a short-term trade, maybe I'd cut on a daily close below the 9, but I'm trading kind of this off of this weekly base. So I kind of want to build into this as long as this weekly, stays kind of valid for me. So I'd like this, this 20 EMA to support, and potentially, the close from this big breakout day when we bought it. So somewhere in this like 245 area would be really sweet if this pulls down into that and starts building out. And just build out a nice pattern so I can look to, kind of get some ads back. Throw back on what I trimmed up, on these couple of days at the highs. So might not do anything with it today. I don't want to just buy the dip because it's down. I want to see some support being built out. And then, if we get that confirmation, I'll be happy to add back on this. But for right now, probably just going to let this kind of do its thing today and, shake up some positioning on this. And then yeah, just a couple other positions, EOSC, Rocket Lab, Lunar. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got a big focus on these Chinas today. These are some of my favorite trades. Um, I think so. I was really watching this FXI is getting close to the 50% retracement from the entire 2021 decline, from basically from all-time highs to all-time lows. It's not quite there yet. Um, the setup that these gave on Monday, where they kind of held up at the open and just built out like a range for the first 2 hours and ended up kind of rolling over. I think the best setup on these, I kind of rushed it a little bit the open on Monday and got burned on my first try for it. So I don't want to try to rush into these too quickly at the open. Um, I would really love a big pop or like a move in the morning, like higher, and maybe to the pre-market highs or through pre-market highs to kind of suck in some traders, and then maybe a reroll later into the end of the day. But if we do get a really good entry on one of these today, like on Yang or something, that's something I'll definitely probably look to maybe like swing, like with some a little bit more size than last time, just because we're so much more extended now in 2 days, and that kind of opens up the doors for I think like a multi-day more aggressive pullback. So yeah, these five in the top left corner of my screen are going to be like the big focus at the open. In terms of extension, JD is the most extended. This thing's also been one of the strongest. Futu's up there too. This thing's going pretty crazy. I don't really plan on trading, TIGR, but this is going nuts in the pre-market, up 26%. But yeah, I think that's pretty much what I got. I don't really have a bunch of new names. I think the indexes might need a couple days to work out, what happened yesterday. With how much heat on these China names in action. I kind of just want to have my focus there for now. So yeah, that's what I got.
Futu is going to be my focus in that department. I know a lot of people are looking at Yang for shares as a 3x. Oops, sorry, let me show my. Yang's right, the 3x bear. ETF's in $2.97 right now. Yeah, but I think Futu, I've got a good history with this. This is back into, if you go back to this 2021 high, this is right where this started. Essentially that stage 3 topping and stage 4 decline right around this
Yeah,
area.
dude, Futu's gotten up there.
Yeah, this is to me, and then with the upgrade today, after the stock has doubled in 8 sessions, to me this is my favorite one. You've got a little bit of day long quote unquote day long consolidation in the pre-market at this about 119 level, and then pre-market highs is kind of where these right below pre-market highs, where these wicks started coming in around 122. So I've got, 2 areas, 122, 119, to see kind of how the tape is looking during the day. And so far, we just kind of popped into 119 right now and are fading over. Like if I see this intraday right now, right, if I'm looking at this pre-market 5-minute chart intraday, I'm shorting that 119 rejection. And yeah, and then I think if you lose 115, I think this comes back down through the green to red spot. And this one is this is a thin stock. So this is pretty jumpy, by the way. And it's fairly thin, $13 billion market cap, trading at 120 billion or $120 per share. I don't know. I like this is one I like.
Yeah, this food
Um,
is coming up into the big supply area.
I think if you're looking to play this via options, I think the 110 puts or for October, maybe 150 for October 18th, that is the monthly expiration. Probably the way to go. Don't know that you need to go all the way out to 1018, but it's okay. It's smarter to buy more time than you need. I don't think this trade would be held for that 2-week period. You could go on October 11th, but just for Futu, the I think liquidity is going to on the options is going to be something important. So I think that you'd want to go to that monthly expiration versus an off week where you can get away with it right on like a Meta or like a Nvidia or something. On something like this, I don't think you can get away with an off week. I think you have to go 1 month. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be kind of listening in to Brocco as he's kind of looking at these. watching Futu myself. UNH went over this one, in detail on yesterday's pre-market talk around this 586 spot. Market was a little bit weak yesterday, but I was liking the way that this was behaving. Ended up closing fairly weak down here at about 583, but you're seeing this gap up here today over 600. I thought this was a really good setup. Again, giving the weekly chart the benefit of the doubt when you have a weekly breakout like that. Guess what happens? Dips get bought. And guess where they get bought? At the moving averages. And when you remount, you get tight. You're just prone to get lucky on a $18 gap up. It's just what happens, right? So put yourself in good situations and good things will happen. Put yourself positioned into good charts and good things will happen. Yeah. What else do I want to go over? I do have a number of things that I think look good. I'm curious as to how the market reacts.
Oh, UNH, damn, 3%.
Yeah, this is huge. The
Fucking right. Good shit on that.
600 calls, 610 calls, 620 calls, October, November, December. Sorry, what else? So, this KTOS bought this yesterday at 23.55. That was one of those quick adjustments. Just a picture perfect chart. And by the way, for people, people that might be just tuning in, this is like the only thing that I really end up trading, like majority of the time, like myself, that I really size into, is when you get a really nice tight chart that is breaking over some key levels, in this case $23, right, just a few weeks ago, and it gets tight against some moving averages, and then you sweep through the range, right? You take out some lows and you get a little bit of weakness and pullback, then you turn around and reclaim those levels, take it over the previous day's high, take it over the opening range with a stop at low a day. You're risking 30, 40, 50, 60 cents on this. And then sometimes you end up getting $1.50 of reward or $2 of reward immediately that day. And sometimes even $10 to $12 of reward on 50 to 60 cent risk over the course of a couple of days or a couple of weeks. That is the nature of compounding in the stock market. The eighth wonder of the world, which is compounding interest, technically, I think is the phrase from Albert Einstein. Anyways, yeah, really like this position. Oil stocks are interesting if you're in these already. Congrats. I think you can trail it around. I still have some concerns about these. XOM is like the clear strongest chart. I'd say FANG is interesting as well. This had a PR. They raised some of their guidance. Oxy, of course, you got Warren Buffet, holding this down or holding this up. Not super interested on it on day 4 in a row, or day 4 green on some of these. Yeah, congrats on UNH if you're in. Anything else I want to immediately cover? BLDR, I am watching this one pretty closely. I like this 197 spot. I posted a few charts in my channel overnight. OKLO, I think, is a top watch as well. Brock, I know you're in this. I think it remains a top watch. And then Redfin and RKT are probably up. Probably my other top ones as well, aside from some of the China stocks. Andrew, yeah, okay. I was gonna ask if there's any PR on CRM, because I kind of like this look. This 270-ish spot, 265. We're kind of right back to where we gapped up on earnings and faded off, and pretty reasonable flag here into the MAs. One I'm going to monitor today. Probably not going to do anything about it. I don't think just yet. And that's probably a mistake because it looks really nice. Yeah, I like this BLDR. That's what I'm going to start stocking. Pretty close. We might enter that. Um, OKLO is going to be a pretty big focus. CEG, another incredible hold of 255 to 251 zone. This is, holding the high volume close from when this got the news with Microsoft. NRG, I know a number of people entered that CEG yesterday, or NRG as well. And then RH, I'm watching this as well, following this big earnings gap up and consolidation. Got 2 minutes to market open. Get your stock boxes filled out.
Hey, let's keep this live on Twitter today. Man, I'm having such a hard time deciding which one of these China stocks I want to trade.
Do JD. Watch JD and Yang. I'll watch Futu.
JD does have a big gap. Futu's just tough for me, dude, because like even on the monthly expiration, there's nothing.
I know.
It's brutal.
Yeah, I think you should watch JD and Yang. In honor of yesterday evening's debates, maybe I'll trade JD instead. Sorry. Everybody gets one.
Everybody get. I'm gonna sell the CBS at the open and get focused.
And get rid of all that crap.
Stocks, it's so hard. It could be so hard to trade these China stocks, and I'm getting alerts on all my positions moving around. Okay. I was only up to
UNH is $4 already from all-time highs. Futu off 119 so far. You got some of the oil stocks pulling back, about 70 cents on XLE pullback since open. Keep an eye on this OKLO. 871 previous day high, 885 is big on the daily chart. Crowd, you got some pretty nice morning strength on crowd strike right now. And Microsoft's a little bit weak again, going green to red, back into 420 flat. Nvidia going red to green. Amazon trying to go red to green. Netflix pretty strong as well. Beautiful on that crowd swan from yesterday. You got a little baby double bottom on this like pan W. I want to see how it reacts up here at 332.30. Just letting these things kind of go for a little bit this morning. Madam, congrats on UNH. That's a lot of money.
JOBY broke its opening range. ORBs on Baba, TIGR, Futu to the upside.
ACHR is a good little baby sympathy too.
I just trade Baba for the liquidity, honestly.
Pretty advanced decline, by the way, opened up negative 560, pushing negative 500 right now. Not much going on there. Yesterday's low on SPX is around 56.80. Yeah, the VIX slightly up, right? Nuzzled under this 20 spot. Bonds are actually down quite a bit.
NNE down 10%.
Things got some fucking range, man. DLT down quite a bit.
Can't lie. I think I'm gonna stock this some Billy $30 bills. Things gapping up 20 to this left peak from back at the end of 2022-ish.
Mm.
I'm watch this. I was going Apple's pretty heavy.
So keep my eyes on this Futu right now. Yeah, you got SPY and SPX drifting in the previous day lows. Early candles on Nvidia, Google, Meta, Microsoft. Instacart's pulling back to this 39 spot right now. VIX just popped through 20. This Futu's popping pretty hard right now. Already 127 right now. What do you think, Brock?
I'm trying to.
I got some of these Futu 120 puts for 1018.
Yeah, I took a starter on Billy and Bava. I got the 30 puts on Billy and the 110s on Bava. Think it can get there. Starting to see a little fade on some of them. Baidu's kind of Fading the hardest right now.
Market, just let me define my risk on this candle.
Yeah, it's a nice candle to play
That's the way
off.
I view it. See if this bad boy can nuzzle under the VWAP.
I like this Billy. I think this thing got way ahead of itself on this gap up today.
I like this fucking Futu $6 fade right now.
Yeah, TIGR too.
Get underneath this opening range here. 119.40s around that opening high. Slow
Billy
down.
just got its highest volume of the day on this down candle. Pretty much every channel on my screen's got like the same look. That like it's like that SMCI setup, kind of like on Baba, where it like trades sideways, pops the opening range, fails at highs, comes to the VWAP, breaks low a day, and then just gone. Utsu's hitting my scanner. This thing's trading insane volume today. Holy shit. Dude, look at my screen. Remember the relative volume at the open we were talking about?
Yep.
15 minutes in. Look at this.
Wow.
That's insane. That is insane. What's Tesla doing? Lunar's bouncing off my weekly spot. Need this in. I need to find some support. JD, kind of the weakest, faded a good bit. Fuck, dude, if these work, these could be a couple massive trades. Bluetooth's kind of the heaviest right now. This Billy's trying to break low a day right now.
Just came down to the opening price. Now we're at the opening lows right now in this Futu 16.6. We held right at that opening low. Not held, but sitting right there. Advanced decline just got a pretty big pop. Bitcoin just got a pretty big pop.
Advanced declines high day right now. Got some undercuts at the lows of the days on these Chinas. Use held up yesterday's low. Nice bounce on this NNE.
The advanced decline's kind of ripping right now. Just undercut the 5680 on SPX. Little reclaim.
$230. See, these Chinas end up building up the same pattern as Monday. There's people like us trying to short them. Nice holding NNE. I like that.
Right, it's okay a little too.
Yeah.
The red and green spot. Nice pop on advanced decline and IWM. Nice little candle. Q's testing 480 from underneath.
Silver and gold traded highs.
Been right at the VWAP right now on Futu. Tapped into the opening lows. Popping into the VWAP right now.
And Vax getting some upside volume. Big bomb.
Fishman, that GILD is nice. I looked at this last night. This is a nice little flag. Or a nice little flat top breakout. Man, I had literally the perfect entry on this. On 820. For the October calls, actually. This is I should have re-entered at the 90 man. So this Futu dance around a little bit. And I think if we come back down towards these opening range lows, I think that'll confirm that this trade is essentially on. I mean, I'm already in it. But if you get this one tap, two tap, three tap of this opening lows, we'll get the flush that we're looking for. And cover up 108. My ideal situation. Next gen SPX Camden.
All right.
Sorry, guys, pretty just dialed in on these candles right now. I'll try to, update about the what the rest of the market's doing, but you know what they say.
All right, I got some more size on Bob and Billy on these candles here. Was able to get Bob through the view app. Little late on Billy, but it's all right. I'm still in profit on this.
Yeah, Hood's got some pretty clean support, 2240. Like this hold on Instacart around this 39 area. Good shit on that CVS, by the way, Alex Jones.
Futu new lows. Futu's the heaviest of the group right now. TIGR looks very similar to Futu right now as well. You got like little potential crossbacks on these if we can get some more sellers. Nice. I got good fills on my Bob ads there.
I like that Billy too. So I've got shares on this Futu as well, guys. So I'll update the options.
Okay, hello, nice red to green.
To stick and a half.
Billy, low a day.
Guys, this OKLO is pretty fucking 5-star. Maybe 4.8 stars. What do you think?
Yeah, 4, I'd say.
4.5?
4.
Okay. What do you got in IO and QTs? Yeah, I think we can monitor this for sure. On a pullback like this, I'd like to see it, dance a little bit. I like that 65-minute candle though. You got an area to risk.
Oh, keeping it tight. I got pretty. Come on, baby. Nice. Okay, low alert went off.
Yeah, I think you got alerts set all over here that are about to start triggering on this OKLO 880 to 885 to 890 to 9.
Knee's got a nice cross back.
D's looks good. Thanks, Bones.
Fuck, that Futu was the hit, baby. That Futu was the hit, dude. TIGR is rolling. This thing's triggering right now too, 785.
These contracts are up 45% right now.
I took some Futu with you. Beauty. This TIGR just triggered. This I think this Bob was about to snap. FXI yin rejecting the VWAP. Bide is fading. JD's. Fuck JD. I hate JD, dude.
Yeah, fuck JD.
Seriously, that thing is such a pain in the ass, dude. Oh, you got potential on this Futu, dude. You got like the perfect like looking daily candle for it to happen too, because like you got the pop at the open, like the
Mhm.
SMCI type shit.
That's why right when this candle popped like this, I was like, come on, Patrick, stay patient and started fading. I'm like, okay, that's my candle to risk. Ah, fuck, this makes me miss day trading so fucking much. Whoa. Not gonna lie, I feel weird because I'm not really looking at a lot of other things, and I hate when I don't feel completely in tune with everything that's going on around me.
All right, I'm gonna go stop probably over the recent high on Bob at 116, and then Billy gonna watch the VWAP. Oh, TIGR traps and shorts.
Hey Camden, I
Mm.
do like this. Hey guys, I do like this in the video, 30-minute candle here. In fact, I sent out a little message in the chat yesterday. You got an oops reversal on this NVIDIA daily right now. We opened low, we made a new low, undercut the 50 SMA. I think you have a good 50 SMA stop here against 115.8. LRCX is sitting at all the moving averages as well as ASML. No, not so much. AMD's been a little strong. I think there might be something here on these. Let's take a look at SMH. Some of these look nice. There's that one tap, two tap, three tap. I don't want this to undercut the opening range. I want it to reject it. That's about a $10 per share fade, about 9% on shares.
Thing is, what you gotta be careful on these is, if these round out, they do get through VWAP. You get some pretty like aggressive pops on these because there's people trying to short these. Is UNH down? Oh yeah, UNH faded.
Faded a lot of them.
Start
Yeah.
fading a little bit. You gotta keep diligent to your stops on these when trading these Chinas. Always get back in. This FXI is getting through the VWAP.
There's OKLO 885, 886. CEG's pushing 269. And man, you got a firm oops reversal too, man. I've just sent out as well as you just sent out that NVIDIA.
This advanced decline is really strong.
I got to be oops reversal on the daily as well. No, didn't quite make a low. Jesus, Vax. Gotta get rid of these fucking alerts. Right, you still got these OKLO shares, Mister?
Mhm.
Nice. For those asking, even though no one has asked, yeah, I'm holding this FSLR. Not a whole lot of volume. If you look at this 2-minute candles on Futu, this is the lowest candles of the day so far on this app following that little undercut or that little breakdown.
Okay, low highest volume of the day through 9. Definitely some alerts went off there.
Yeah. If this maintains over 9, this could get stupid. Like, don't want to, get too excited, but
BST all-time highs. CDNA alert just triggered for me.
yeah, CDNA is getting some good volume. That's hot. Do that inside day high.
TIGR just made a quick new high day. Google's pretty heavy. Video green. SMH up 1%. Just NE would get going.
Yeah, I think this affirms pretty reasonable for 40 calls. You got RH Restoration Hardware sitting right around previous day high, 335.5. And back of that Citigroup. By the way, shortly after you mentioned it yesterday, it got a little. I don't even know what the PR was. It just got volume pop. I don't even know if there was a PR. I imagine there was. Okay, hello, 9/11.
So on Monday, these Chinas, they built out kind of a range for the first little bit and they started to really see some selling pressure between like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Bob is pretty much building out identical to how it did Monday. Yin just rejected the previous high day. Got some VWAP rejections on a few of them.
CT, what's UPST look like? I think this UPST or this affirm's fucking hot. Yeah, about dollar risk on this. I got like a firm a little bit better. UPST is just way more fun. Yeah, they're both fun. Good shit, Jay.
He was loving that Okelo yesterday, paying off now.
Restoration hardware triggering over previous day high. There's a earnings gap up. Consolidation. Holding this gap. The undercut. Bing bada boom. Bro, look at this 5 on Futu. It was 5 minute. I like it.
It's doing the same pattern as like Ian. Remember undercut the lows, pop into the VWAP cross back.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing that
In
same
fact,
pattern.
this didn't even pop all the way up. Yin kind of danced, around the VWAP, got a little doji at the VWAP. This couldn't even get all the way there. I view this as rejecting the opening price, which I love even more. If you look at this dotted line here, that's the opening price. I love using that. Ooh, baby. Sorry, that was kind of creepy. Camden, sick entry on that NVIDIA.
And then he just got some volume trying to go red to green. That. I was actually thinking about buying this AMD today.
Dude, I had a lot of these on the list. Wasn't able to go over much of them in pre-market. But this LRCX, I kind of like this. Not like totally my style, but like kind of. Like this is a kicker candle at all the MAs. A baby kicker candle. I kind of dig it. Right, AMD is a little bit stronger.
Mm. Oh man. Hutu, it looks like it was the best one if these are gonna work. Got so many traders in this thing.
You know what they used to call me back in the day, Brocco?
What did they used to call you?
Patrick's son. Sorry.
Billy's rolling off the VWAP a little bit.
So this guy.
So I can kind of bring my stop up on this OKLO now. Hopefully NNE today as well.
Beautiful. What more can you ask? You get a little morning pull right
Dude,
back.
this food two chart right now, this 2 minute is like the perfect chart to like pyramid into a short. Or you take some on that like wick candle at the highs, the Eiffel Tower, take some into the VWAP again on that first pop, and then take some on this like rejected the opening price, maybe even add through low a day.
You want to read the message that I sent to you a little bit earlier?
Uh, hope that doesn't mark low a day.
I mean, not that
Its
one.
biggest position. Well, we'll wait here, make sure it works.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right. Okay. Now, okay, we're getting close to the time where it might be time to focus in on these.
Mm. LW, what is it? The French fry company? Oh, nice little red green.
Think we're getting close here on these.
They're certainly moving faster than they did whatever day that other day. At least Futu is. I haven't been really watching the other ones, to be honest. I'm sorry. There is some interest on this in this 115 plus area, 115 minus area. And I'm monitoring. We've gone pretty quick moves around these so far.
E red to green. Okay, low up 7.
And a knees back green.
Yeah, I'm just trying. Got a little VWAP reroll on JD right now.
Q's tap the red to green spot. IWM, I've got a spot on this here. This is kind of yesterday afternoon's high. There's a little bit of resistance here, in my opinion. Around this tune, yeah, 218.70-ish. Take a look at the daily. KTLS doing. Nice. Okay, chilling. Good way. Oh, good, good, good.
Oh, okay, low's going. It's over that. It's at new 2-month highs.
Mm-hmm.
This JOBY is starting to speed up.
Dude, like I said, because I got, if you go back and look at some of these, by the way, Brocco, the timing of that entry yesterday was just beautiful. Yeah, I know you're looking at it on the 8 undercut, but you got the secondary one, right? With a little bit more confirmation. But right, this did so many things right that we were looking for. consolidation into the 9 EMA, undercut that 8 spot, reclaim, flag out, and then trend, week open, red to green, new highs.
Technically, I feel like I should have waited to buy OKLO till today, but the only reason I bought it yesterday when it like wasn't a breakout day was because the clear relative strength in the sector
I
versus the broad
disagree. I
market.
think I disagree. I think you should have bought this through the opening range yesterday, or where exactly where you bought it on this flag. The day one entries with a stop at low day, I think, are so prime.
You're at the green. Tesla's really the only thing fucking kicking my ass today.
Good shit, boot. As Futu's down about 10% from high day right now. Hey CT, what do you think of this LRCX? Or through yesterday's I know. LRCX Lamb Research. Is that 798 spot that we were? I think it was you that was talking about this way back here on 924 for this red to green move on Wednesday, right here through 798, 800, and the subsequent gap up to 860. Kind of just came back and back tested the EMA. Like this is EMA crossback, in my opinion. I mean, if this is going to bottom, like this is an area to trade, right? Make that presumption and then look at it.
Man, hell of a show and from these advanced declines right now, just straight up all morning. Next 5 minutes on these Chinas is, I think, the spot if they're going to do it. Baba Billy Futu, next 2 to 5 minutes. If these are going to break, it's going to be in the next 5 minutes. Oh, look at this volume on OKLO. This Futu chart I got, I'm looking at right now. Buddy. Little bear flag into the opening lows there. JD's kind of re-rolling a little bit. Baidu as well. Come on, Baba. We need this snap. These are getting close any minute now. Should get some speed up. And if they don't, probably not going to work. $200 above bothers me on OKLO. Whatever.
Where's it at?
985. All right, here we go. Bob is starting to crack this pattern. All right, I got full size on Baba. On that little breakdown of this pennant I got here. You can see it on my screen if you're looking at my screen. This 2 minute chart. Just like a classic range breakdown kind of thing. And I can just kind of stop above VWAP on Billy and Baba. Because if these pop back up, they're not going to work today Futu new lows. FXI, you got the wedge drop now. They kind of baited people in all morning on this little setup. You see this? Right as the cues start to snap back too. Boom. There we go, Baba. Nice. Billy's coming in for the lows. Baba, nice volume coming in on this thing. Baidu lows. JD's that reroll's working.
Yeah, low.
This
Still.
could be the big one. It could be. Baba. Nice sell.
I mean, so far it is. That's a $10% fade on this Futu's from entry.
Dude, this could be the big one. FXI is still up 5%. Yin's still up 15%. Dude, I got a feeling this Futu could get a little shred nasty. Sick hit on that, dude. Dude, the way you were talking, like when you were getting in the Futu position, gave me flashbacks to like when I first started trading with you. Like when you would get all excited about a big day trade and you were like heavy in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What gravity posted. All right, can probably safe to say we can get our stops to break even on this Baba and Billy puts. I think if a break even stop gets hit, there's nothing to do here, anyways.
How are these options contracts moving? All right, we're sitting 17 right now on this. And goddamn, you take two of these Futu contracts, you're paid up till 2026. The old Uncharted territory. Rocco, I love seeing these screenshots from IBKR. God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you like that?
I do.
Nah, it's cool. I like it so far. I need to get some like, yeah, you set it up so I'm a little bit quicker on the on some of these. Javi, new high day. This would be the perfect day if it weren't for Tesla. Kind of just hanging around at the lows of the day now in these Chinas. You know, when you get an unwind like this, I mean, there's so much positioning going on, and these things are up so big, like you really don't know from here. Like these could really speed up really hard, considering the FXI is still up 5%. Maybe they hold the gap fill spot. It's hard to tell with like how much positioning has been shaken up on this. Like, dude,
Futu is at just hit 112 from 125 entry.
12% off high day on that Futu. Puts are juicing up a little bit. I got 40% on these Baba 110s, 38% on these Billy 30 puts. These are well in the money. I was thinking about going like, I don't know. It was hard to find liquidity on the Billy puts. Baba was easy. I went with the 110s because personally, I think it wouldn't be crazy if this came down to 110 or even close to 111 and retraced like some of like previous day's candle. And the thing is too, like especially when I was trading SMCI, like when I shorted it that day, my puts never even went in the money because I went so far out. But like, God, I was so confident. And like, the further out the money you are when you get a massive fade like that, I mean, the options just go nuclear. So it's kind of why I went out on Baba because I knew I had the liquidity to kind of do so, but kind of had to just roll with 30s on Billy. And I got a little, I didn't get as much Futu as I wanted, but it is what it is.
So I did cover a third of the shares that I have. I alerted the options. I also took shares short on Futu. And I covered a third of that. So holding some of the, still holding the puts. We're at 1740 from 1120 entry. The stock was trading 125. We're now trading 111.80.
There we go. Dude, this Futu is so close to like a fucking liquidation candle. You can feel it. There's like they're still trying to hold this up, but when that big goes, like, dude, they're done. This thing's done.
I love trading Futu Braca.
Yeah, you said this morning you have a good history with it. There we go. Baba just got a little bit of a speed up candle. I'm gonna kind of just switch my screens here so you guys can so we can kind of just watch these kind of in unison. Because dude, the best part and what I get so excited about with these Chinas when they set up is that they all move in like unison kind of, especially when you have a big thematic move like this. It's not like just trading SMCI where like like when we shorted SMCI, you're only watching one chart. You have like 10 of these you can all watch and they're all building out like really similar patterns, and it helps you get a gauge on like, when they could all be ready. It really helped on Monday at least. See how this first bounce acts on some of these.
Madam, you're having a fucking day, brother.
Yeah.
PDD. Fuck, man,
NNE,
I forgot about this.
NNE's trying to, NNE's over yesterday's high.
I'm glad I haven't looked at this. I feel like this might have baited me into this resistance. See, on something like this, though, with the trade thesis, like I don't want to be short. I don't necessarily want to be short in something like this right here. Like I want to be doing these that are just like, what? You know what I mean? Versus PDD. Like PDD still looks like fairly normal. You know what I mean?
NNE's getting some volume, just broke the all-time high anchored VWAP on this NNE right now. This JOBY is hot, dude. This reminds me of what was that PR a few weeks ago? Penny Check was posting about it. Yeah. Nice, Viper. What'd you get on it? $16.15. Okay. Oh, nice, dude. You got a nice little cushion right now. Good shit. And then he's starting to shred, baby.
Firm still looking nice. CEG still looking nice. Restoration Harbor still looking nice. CDNA.
Want Billy and Baba to both reject here at lows of the day, previous lows of the day, and bear flag lower. They reclaim those. I wasted time for me to sit in these and just hope they work. They could. That's the thing. You never know how far these things can go. That can be all we get, or these could go all day into the close. That's why you just kind of got to keep like raising stops at like previous highs or VWAP or whatever you're really comfortable with. Like personally now in this Baba, I don't want to let this go all the way back to break even. Just because I'm already, up 50% on that drop. So probably going to go maybe a break even stop on this Baba. I'm kind of watching them all right now.
He was taking out highs. What's the VIX doing? Under 19. Guys, the VIX gonna fade off a little bit. I like this setup on the market, so. I would have liked it a little bit more if it popped through, I think. Let's take a look at some things. I need a more encompassing picture. You like that we undercut the previous day low here on SPY? I mean, this is a classic oops reversal right there. Now we got to see if we can maintain green, remount the 570. What's a weekly look like? And just kind of beat us in between us. And Joby's already doubled. All right, what do we call it? Is it Joby or Jobby? I call it Joby. What do you guys call it? Okay, cool. Just making sure. I like the way this affirms moving still. Just look, also, right, just to kind of uh, um multiple layers of evidence, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is, if you go into the playbook, right? The ebook of setups and position sizing, just the strategy book that we have here in Uncharted territory. This is like on the 30-minute Rocco or 65-minute of a firm here. You have that oops reversal, right? That's one thing. You also have, like if, for example, if this were a 5-minute chart and I was looking at this around support, what we have like in the playbook, that's like the, Eiffel Tower type setup, right? It's where you get this down candle, you get this big sweeping hammer candle right here, and you take this entry right through these previous candle highs. Then you got clean area to risk against, either candle low right here or candle low of day right there. And then, whatever happens on it. And you've got confirmation, and then you've got right the idea from the daily. You got this 3750, 38-ish big gap up low that's held as support. And then you got the oops reversal setup right there. You got the weekly 9 EMA following, right? A notable breakout on the weekly chart. Just a lot of things going on to where you've got, just proper risk to reward. They're buying 113 weeklies on Futu. Let's see if I
Who's they? Is that you pumping your own flow, guy?
No, not
Easy,
they.
pal.
I'm not putting 300K into options. Um, wow, they're paying $6 for that. What the? Who are these people? I felt like an idiot paying $10. I went with the October 18th. Man, if I would have went with these fucking weeklies, part of my like, yes. NNE trying to reverse? What?
Give
Oh,
it some time, give it some room.
sorry, Nike, he said. My bad.
Okay. You're seeing things, pal.
Yeah. You got the tape lighting up on Futu right now?
Yeah, I took some small profits on Billy just to kind of lower my size. This Futu is gonna do crazy volume today.
To that. Wow.
Might be all I get on this Billy today. We'll see. Yeah, Q's holding the 20 MA today. Spy holding the 20 MA, kind of back tested that flat top level. Almost got 565. Tesla held 20 MA, lows of the day. Set an alert on this JOBY.
Killa, what do you got on this Pan W? I like this little double bottom this morning right here. Like I said, it's like a little baby double bottom, then you got like this little mini neckline. Fairly spec, right? But working pretty well. This thing's cruising. Notice that buying on CrowdStrike right away. Some pressure on, put a little buying pressure right away at open. I mean, it's had a little $6 candle right away.
You got a small 2-minute reroll pattern on this FXI. Um, needs to snap if we're gonna get any follow through on these. I mean, I already got a sick move on like Futu and Baba, but
My reconfirmation on this 2 minute is right below about 113.30, 113.25. Reconfirmation on this American. Right, Johnny. Rocco, I have to run and get some coffee and use the restroom. Is that okay?
sure. Yeah, nice hit, Greg, on that JOBY. I like that Pan W look, little undercut of that low back there at like 330. I can dig that. 332.5. Nice. Go stop for low a day stop for now. It's a nice look. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's cool, right? We were talking in the admin chat last night, and Alex Jones and Manrav were asking if we could have a separate channel specifically for like notable options flow, and then their channels will just be like trades that they alert or trades that they act on that flow, or just trades that they take on their own. So we'll try it out. Let me know what you guys think. This Baba's getting tight. We're gonna find out here any minute now. Part of me feels like these Chinas should have followed through a little bit more already. Like I feel like Baba should have went green to red at least already. So the fact that they're holding up right now is a little concerning. This could be like a midday consolidation to like maybe they're planning on unloading like a little later in the day and like a fade into the close type thing. So, but right around 11 a.m. was when they started speeding up last time. So we got like 15 minutes till that. OKLO 12.5%. Wow. That is awesome. I hope so. I hope that's the case. This FXI looks like it has potential to snap here. Oh, is that the ask gonna alert some flow now for us in there? Okay. NVIDIA, let me take a look. Yeah, I mean the 5 minute, the setup's there. Just a matter of if you think the daily chart is worth, taking the trade. If you're looking to swing, maybe it is popping up into the 9 and 20-day moving average from below after a bearish engulfing day. So looking at the daily, maybe the 5 minute, is maybe a little deceiving. But if you like it off the 50-day and you think this is going to get back through 120, this is a spot to try that, I'd say.
OKLO up 13%, 970. Big Daddy Bracco.
Script pumping options onto section. I can't even decide if it's worth trimming OKLO or not. I mean, I don't think so. It's only day one of the move.
I would
I'm
just
not
trail it.
I'm not touching it.
I'd wait till you get up to that SPAC spot, kind of like IONQ. I think on OKLO, I put a level. I can't remember where I put this level at. Let me take a look. Um, I got 1065. Might be lazy, but um, yeah. If you look at the hourly, here's why I put that 1065 there. It was this peak from end of May. That got up to 12, but they're right here at the beginning of May around this. Um, wait, no, that's a $12 level. Sorry. Yeah, like 1070, man. Like 1070 and 1220 up above. Yeah, definitely some nice candles on the market for sure.
Dude,
For
this NNE is so close to like having a 20% day out of nowhere. It's got such thin air above this 18 area. All right, I'm getting pretty close to stopping out on Baba and Billy for unfortunately a break even trade on this. Happy with how I traded them, but was looking for a bigger move. Still hanging in there. My stop's pretty much above 30 on Billy, and then Baba right around the VWAP. Those are my break even spots.
Man, man, I have 133% on some SPX. You,
Jeez, he was doing this yesterday too.
you dirty boy. Oh, hey, the Caesars got a big breakout today. I wonder why alert didn't go off. I probably ignored it. Shoot. The Caesars is nice. You got this little base going back to May around 40. Broke and retested that. That CRM, that's looking nice. Didn't make the cut today, unfortunately for me. This LRCX is nice. I do like that. I'll tell you what, though, guys. Um, some of these copper are starting to set very early signs of setting up again. FCX, right? You got that double bottom down here at $40, and then it's ripped 20% since the China news, right? This is at least the market is telling us as a direct beneficiary of some of that. Same thing with SCCO and copper futures, of course. But these are starting to consolidate pretty nicely. I do like that. Um, Fan W, yeah, I do like that entry down here. Just be careful though. I mean, it was a really nasty day yesterday. We didn't undercut the lows to give like a clear signal on this yet. And we're just popping up into declining moving averages. So it's I always try to gotta be honest with ourselves with what we're seeing versus what we want to see. Right? And same thing with CrowdStrike, this is good to see. But it is just an inside day. I like that UPST as well. This I like more because he undercut. Citigroup. I am somewhat interested in this ASML still and LRCX. EOSE, you should, I think you should still be in this. I think this looks phenomenal.
Oh, I'm still in, buddy.
It reminds me of kind of like blend or EVGO type of things or some of those moves. Two. Do me right. I want 105.
Baba, bear flag. All right, maybe there's something here.
Dude, they're selling shit on the bid.
Baba,
They're
lows for
selling
the
shit on the bid
pros.
on this Futu right now. That was gnarly.
Lows for the pros.
Sorry. 25 cents away from going red on that. Hey, man, are you on here right now? This GPCR might be setting up. I need to figure out when they've got data coming next. This is another one of those weight loss ones. I like this look on GE as well. I added this to my watch list last night. Everything coming through on this future now is just on the bid.
Take it down, 110. We want 110 today. Dude, this Fuji's not even at like the speed up kind of phase of the rubber band short yet. I think it could still get there. I think if you break the lows again, it might get a little nasty. I got one Fuji contract left.
Give me a $4 or $5 candle. I scaled out some of my shares on it. Dude, this is all on the bid right now.
Big tape reader. I love it.
That's pretty heavy. Let me see how long it takes.
I know I'm not talking much about like Q's and SPY or whatever right now. Honestly, just looks like it could be an inside day to me today. Wasn't much interested in the pre-market, but I think there's better action in these China names right now, or better potential anyways. That's why I'm kind of focused there.
Yeah, even some of these other
Got Fed
um
Bowman talking right now.
yeah, even some of these other individual stocks, right? Today classic inside day stuff on the market. I do like some of these undercuts on some of these candles, and some of the semi-action that we've kind of talked about. And then some of the core stuff that we've been talking about, and I've been positioned in Dash Cart, KBYO. I do like the candles that they're putting in today. And then the thematic stuff is going on right today. Some of those nuclear plays, some of those energy plays, some of these former earnings gap ups, or just really high quality charts like this CBNA, for example. Right, you can just see that yesterday in a weak tape, what was holding up, and then today in a inside day tape, right, more rest action. The stuff that was holding up yesterday is doing really well today. 4%, 5%, 13% OKLO's case. So I know it's one of those cliches of the market that some people tune out of. Look for that relative strength. Look for what's holding up better. Look for what's going sideways when some things are pulling down. You will notice the longer you watch the market tick after tick, day after day, how impactful that in a full all-encompassing visual of relative strength in individual stocks can be for your stock selection. It will, yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. But didn't mean to yell.
I think I'm about to wave the white flag on this Billy here.
Oh, Fishman, that's what I'm saying. It's so much easier.
That's how I got OKLO yesterday. It
Yeah.
was the only green stock on my focus list. It was cool seeing it intraday too, because the Qs were really heavy and it was like kind of selling but holding up. And then as soon as the Qs started to like find a little bit of a bottom, this thing just turned and burned.
And if you can gain any skill in market awareness or like the intangibles of the market, relative strength, identifying relative strength opportunities, I think fars outweigh any other intangible skill that you can learn, whether it's fundamental knowledge or news and PR analysis or whatever. Identifying quality chart with relative strength in a down tape is one of the most valuable skills. Viati, yeah, that was beautiful on CEG down at in the mid 250s down here, or even mid to high 250s from yesterday. I mean, this is just that's just beautiful shit.
Be crazy. I think this Tesla sell today could be a washout. Think this could find support here and build a higher low at the 20. On the daily, of course, not intraday. Okay, hello, top gainer on my weekly watch list. MSTR, nice hold at the 90 MA today. That's a nice look. Some really nice snapbacks today, honestly, on a lot of things.
You want to know something cool?
Yeah,
Technically, right now we're getting the sad panda on Futu.
yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. Mhm. Here we go. We're getting some rerolls.
Next cover spot on this Futu's 108.
Baba, green to red. Getting a little volume here. Oh, baby. Come on. We don't want no gap fill and go. Take this puppy down. Finally, Billy's starting to do something. FXI low a day. You got TIGR starting to work too. And that could help with your food too here, I think.
As well as on this one, 11:35. Please puts that. Oh shit, there was just a shit ton of volume like 30 minutes ago on these the 120 puts that I'm in.
Yeah, I was just selling my position. That's all it is.
Yeah, like 300 contracts.
Yeah, I was a piece of it. Yeah.
Hold on, 300 times. It's 500K, 500K worth, basically, give or take. Maybe more. Huh, interesting.
I want one more down move on both of these and I'll be satisfied. I haven't got that speed up. It's just grindy. Don't have that capitulation move at all. Dude, Humana had its biggest one-day drop since 2009. Damn. Tesla's trying to claw its way back.
I think this is just what this needed, man.
Me too.
I would have,
Exactly what I was saying earlier.
yeah. I would have welcomed even a little bit more pullback, but this is completely fine.
I wanted a 20 MA higher low and build out some sort of pattern. I'm not going to
Mhm.
blindly buy, but this gives me another setup. I'll be getting heavily involved. This 5 minute on Billy's kind of finally giving a short setup. Hopefully that's a sign of something. Honestly, same with food too.
All right, so we got that. I'm looking at this Futu 2 minute right now. Futu two Futu 2 minute. That was great. On my screen here. Hold on, what's that? Oh. So here, as this was occurring during the opening part, right? We got that one tap of this 1660. You got the two tap. Then you got this little right consolidation around this third tap here, and then finally getting the breakthrough. And then we got the rejection at 1650 right here, rejecting the opening lows. And then now we're back down here. And what do we have again? One tap, 1150, one tap, 11150. And I think we're going to get another little 1, 2, 3 tapper here around this area. As long as we can get, pretty much stay below 11660, 117, and keep kind of drifting our way, grinding our way down to this 111.50 third tap here. We'll see that, second flush through and break down through and get another little markdown like we saw here from the reject down to about the $8 move down here. Getting into this trade, right? The idea was there. Brock, you described it this morning. You've been, talking about these serial gaps, for a few days now. Today was
Wait,
right.
what'd you say? What gaps?
Serial, like SER, like serial gaps, like a serial consecutive gaps. Is that better?
No, that's like no, that's a cool, maybe a cool term for them. Serial gaps.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
that's cool. I
and
like that.
no, with an S, not a C.
You said C.
Did I say C?
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I
keep
meant C.
going.
Consecutive. Okay. God damn it. All we needed on this was a sign to get in, a sign of sellers, a sign of exhaustion, intraday, and an area to risk off of. You're watching this 119 and 122 spot, blasted right through all that shit, and got this just absurd move on this 2-minute candle. So just the math of this, from the 116 opening lows to the high of day, after gapping up a bunch, this moved 9% to the upside on open. And then you got this big upper wick as soon as this popped and started coming back in, sellers started stepping in, and we came through this previous little high around 125. I was putting in orders on the shares short, 100 at a time, and then putting in orders on the 120, 1018 puts. I've got all we needed on this was a sign of selling and an area to risk, right? This is almost completely idea and thesis related, right? And then once we came through, right, these lows, right, we got confirmation now that we're in this. And
By the way, to emphasize like the move on that Futu from high a day to low a day is already 250% of its 20-day ADR. So the range from high to low intraday, typically around 5.5%. And from high to low, it's down 12.5%. So it may not look like it on a chart like on my screen right now, but that's a really big move for this stock. Because right, it doesn't look that crazy when you're looking at it, right? But that's a pretty significant move. Like you had an edge here for sure.
100%. And then from there, it's just, managing, right? I got a couple hundred up here. I added a couple more here at the VWAP, just like Rocco, just like that example you went over on Yin. From what was that, Monday?
Yeah,
And
that was Monday.
I didn't really even realize it. I mean, I took some of the put options, which I learned. And then the shares that I took. So as a monetary, like dollar wise, the largest position that I've taken in my life, which is kind of cool.
You were just short a shit ton of shares, weren't you?
Yeah,
You bastard.
until they rejected my order.
Dude, I would have went so much heavier into something like this. Like I'm in the middle of transitioning brokers right now. So like I don't have the ability, like I don't have a margin account to short shares right now. And like the size I want to because I still have money transferring over. So I had to play the options on these, which is okay. I just can't really size in options like like you can with shares and really manage it. Um I'm trading these put options in my Roth IRA right now because I got no broker.
God bless America. Utu just made a brief new low a day, 110.9.
These are just grindy right now. Monday's move on most of these were a little bit better. Yeah, let's see this island Q start to tighten up on the daily a little bit. Give us a little pattern. It's a nice hold today.
Yeah, I think this stays on watch for sure. Probably even like a little mini priority.
Definitely shook some people out. Futu was the best one. You picked the perfect one. If this Tesla takes out high a day, I might add to my position. I'm gonna set an alert there for now and think about it. I think that'd be pretty notable.
This Amazon's getting some nice candles. You got about 186.70 as a pretty big spot on this. Excuse me.
Futu, new lows going for 110. There we go. There we go. Boom. $2.50 candle right there. 109.80, 109.60. Boom.
Told you, once we get that third tap, it's gonna flush. It's got a big candle on it. There it is. I
Dude,
guess I
14% from high a day. God damn.
Let's fucking go. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, Amazon's really pushing two Nvidias as well.
That is a shred on Futu, brother.
Good shit, guys.
Good God. He's back. Never left.
This does make me miss some of this intraday trading.
Oh yeah, I know it does.
Dude,
Because you're like you're an energy guy, you
I
know?
know.
You thrive off that like constant, adrenaline, right? Which can
Yeah.
be good and bad. But
Uh,
when you only do it every
very,
once in a while on special occasions, it's awesome.
very like emotionally momentum based, and you've seen some of that in the back end, Brocco, in our conversations.
Yeah.
Um, how for me especially, I mean, I guess this is some pretty deep insights, but for me especially, how like some emotional and psychological momentum can it really does impact my trading. I can't lie. That's something I've been working on, balancing out that flatlining essentially that a little bit. I think would do me a lot of good work, a lot of good one day. One day. Rocco, without you pounding, pounding the table on these ideas, um, might have just been lazy and passed this
No,
on.
if I wasn't all excited about them, I don't think you'd be trading them.
I wouldn't.
I sucked you in.
No, SPX 0 DTE from 2022 is not back. No, there's too many horror stories.
This Futu intraday kind of looks like some of the parabolic shorts that or like some of the shorts Komagi was taking back in the day. Like where it kind of trades like this throughout the day and like it'll even get more speed up on like a day two, kind of thing. But like
I'm
this is a sick move.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hold some. Like once we get to this red to green spot, I've got an order to sell some. Like I said, 108. I said earlier I want 105. Um, that's just, I mean, that's essentially based on nothing. 108 is actually based on something. I think I should be holding.
Baba, new lows of the day.
This is already red too.
Boo-too. I would bet that Lance shredded this food to today.
You think so? You think you might be doing something a little bit more liquid?
You don't think this Futu is liquid today?
No, it is. You're right. It is.
Dude, it's already traded 14 million fucking shares. It's gonna do like close to its probably highest volume of all time today.
The thing is, you're right. It is liquid on volume. God, they are just still selling on this bid, man. Um, there is still like a decent spread, which was a little bit hard to navigate. But I mean, Lance is a fucking expert at big plays.
Yeah,
Like probably the best.
the best, the best.
Yeah.
He's the best. Not a question. FXI, new lows of the day. Got 80% on these BABA 110 puts.
Gail Yang's fine too, right? Yang's fine too.
Yeah, Yang's great for just equity.
Yeah, that's what we said in pre-market. That yeah, Yang is the.
It's just that it's tough because the yin is like not like moving a ton, whereas there's so much more range on like a food tube. I know a lot of people don't have margin accounts, like just short like a food tube or something. There you go, Billy, new lows.
Crowd making a new high a day right now. I like that. It's kind of grindy. The IV bumping on those tees or what? God, I gotta look at other stuff.
All right, I'm out of a big chunk of my position on those. Happy. Wanted some more. Maybe get some more later in the day, but it's hard when these are slow. Looks like NNE, okay, hello, both holding up.
CDNA is still looking really nice. Tapped 33. EOSE, man, this is looking nice. So it was nice to see Connor hop in chat last night.
Yeah. Man, I'm screenshotting this food too daily and just putting it in the Evernote for good.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, Island Q was part of that Accenture and NVIDIA collaboration partnership. Thanks. Thanks, Tease. Man, this thing keeps telling me not to cover and stay short.
Yeah, pretty weak pops. Egg-like. This Billy's still got such a big gap, dude. Still up 7% on the day. Good Lord.
Good shit, Vic. That's a huge return. Holy shit.
1.8 to 6. Damn.
Again, like I know people get like numb. Some people, especially like on the internet, get like numb to some of the moves. Like multiple 100%. I don't know. Again, with like my shares trading background, it still just blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And the day that it doesn't, I don't know.
Boot to new lows. MSTR new high day.
I don't really like my contract selection though. 120, 1018s. Probably should have gone further out. Good, I'll tell you 5 minutes out. Rare you get 2 Christmas layups in the same group in a week, but here we are.
Who said that?
Good all.
That's right.
Okay, I need to do some more direct scanning. Yeah, this OKLO, I think I just move a stop to today's low, and that's all you do today. I knew when I bought this, actually I knew about an hour after I bought this on Monday, 9/23, at 8:55. Maybe I'll go back and like reply to some of those messages in my channel, but I was like, guys, like, don't lose sight of this. I'm buying this position to keep my focus on it like multiple times a day, because this is going to set up again, with like almost without a doubt going to set up again. And what a blessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days sideways. And then Brocco, exactly like what you said in, excuse me, the pre-market yesterday, sweeping the lows of that $8 spot, reclaiming, building out a pattern, and then getting in. And that's exactly what, like what you did, right? It swept the lows of 8, reclaimed, built out a pattern, then you got it, you bought it in the afternoon. And then to see this behave the way it is today on increasing volume, we've already done today at 11:30 in the morning market time, more volume in the past 3 days. And we're likely going to do closer to 8 million today. I would want to see more than 924's candle. That's just clean. And yeah, as soon as you, as Brecca, as soon as you alerted that ad on OKLO, like boom, yeah, okay, cool. I can, I can add to this and build into it. Then now you've got, full size, maybe 3/4 size, depending on your risk parameters. And today it's 11%. Like, and this is what we're going to talk about a little bit on the workshop on Thursday. When you got something that's moving right up 11%, like that's great. But like in terms of like risk multiples of it, you're risking, we're talking like 30 cents on this, 30 to 40 cents at original entry. Or sorry, at the secondary entry that Brock alerted yesterday. 30 to 40 cents of risk. And to see this then and move $1.40 from that spot or $1.30 from that spot or whatever, you got 3-to-1 risk reward. So that means you can go forth and take another just high quality, A+ setup that's got a similar pattern, right? Sweep the lows, reclaim, break the opening range, pull back into the moving averages and hold intraday, take out the previous day high, take out, daily and weekly ranges and pivots, and then trend up. You can continue taking that same setup over and over and over again, risking to low of day with proper position sizing where you're risking 1% or 1.5% of your account value on a day-to-day basis, and just see the immediate impact of compounding, right? Making 3%, losing 1%, losing 1%, making 4%, 4.5%, losing 1%, losing 1%, losing 1%, making 5%, 6%, losing 1%, losing 1%. Right? If you can keep doing that consistently, mathematically sound position sizing with defined risk to reward, with a clear structured setup, that's all you need. You don't need to care about the hell Jerome Powell saying, no offense, Jerome, the honorable Jerome Powell. You don't need to care about what's going on with the longshoremen or, whatever, stuff is going on out there. It's important to pay attention to good PRs and earnings releases, yes, because that tells you where to trade, where the momentum is, of course. That is a small, small piece of it.
Like that Zanger quote from yesterday.
Yeah, you want to read that? Futu new lows 108.
Yes. Dude, that's a shred. 15.5% from the high.
Still all on the bid.
Oh, I wish I went heavier in food too. Going green to red. About to 107.50. Red on the day. You just took this thing from up 14% to red, buddy. How does it feel?
Feels great.
That's awesome.
Tap the red to green spot right there.
For anyone curious, including me, how are you kind of managing this like trade as far as like scaling out as it goes?
Yeah, so I just took a second scale out.
Your
Under
second
108.
scale out, that's on the shares.
Yep.
Okay.
And I've sold one of the call options so far.
Okay.
I had
So how much
three.
of your equity position have you sold on this move?
A little between one half and 2/3.
Okay. Perfect.
Closer to 2/3,
I was just
which
curious.
is probably a mistake, but I don't care.
Dude, I mean, Kumagi says when you get a parabolic short like this to play out, I mean, targets the daily 9, and that's at 8, still under $90 right now.
Yeah.
I know you really don't want to be swinging any big size overnight with what these have been doing. A little bit
And
different, I
listen,
feel like.
and the thing is, if we gap up 115 or 116, like I'm getting out. I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Even though I shouldn't, I should probably be adding to that. If we gap up 116, 117 tomorrow and start fading off, should be re-adding. Which maybe I will. But if I was in the position with like a decent bit of shares, I wouldn't be adding. I'd be
yeah.
probably awake at 3 a.m. And maybe obviously that's a problem, but
The thing is, though, is you got the relatively like weakest name right now, technically, as far as like how much it's faded, and some of the other China's still looking a bit sketchy. So you never know. This thing could be down 5% today at one point. I just can't. I don't know how I could take these overnight. Maybe something small. But yeah, I have a feeling too, Andrew. This NNE's got a sick little 5-minute flag. We'll see if it's got any juice. I'm digging the look on it. Really like this Tesla strength off the lows too. Just kind of vertical off the lows for now. Good sign.
Costco adds platinum to its growing line of precious metal offerings. At my local Costco, there's a person always standing at the door with the gold bar thing sign, like right as you walk in, trying to sell the gold. It's crazy to me.
Where'd you get that tiger at, Andrew, this morning? That was your entry on this? Like first short spot? And that was right into the opening lows too. Nice. Hey, you never know. You never know. These things could randomly just all start speeding up at like noon today. Seen it before. Futu down 0.5% now, 107. Dude, I can't explain how perfect this 2-minute chart is today on this.
So
Like,
perfect.
oh my God, it's so perfect. Everything about it. Like
There
you
was
could
like,
not ask for anything better than what it did. Like you got the pop at the open to suck in all the longs, big upper wick, come down, and then it bounces and almost gets back to the VWAP, which sucks in even more. Boom, VWAP reject, lower high. Can even add more there. Oh, it's going now, down 1%.
the only moment that I would that this has actually been like an extremely just stressless trade for me, by the way.
Yeah,
The
dude, it's getting some
only
little bit of volume here on this candle.
this tape is nasty, dude.
Dude, look at that daily. I just need to pull that up on my screen right now. Look at that. Look what I got next to it on my screen. 160 PT at JP Morgan.
Oh, Brocco, I didn't see that. Once I saw that on your screen, that was like
You
this
didn't
is
know that until I mentioned it?
no, I had no idea. And I'm like, bro, JP Morgan's upgrading this after it just went from $60 to
Dude, that's one thing I
125.
noticed. Like, you know how Komagi annotates his charts?
Mhm.
On, like whenever he's short and stuff, like on that top parabolic short day, he's always got a little note and it's like a price target upgrade from some shop or something.
That is what did it for me to where I'm like, there's nothing
Because
else
that's
out.
an exit liquidity upgrade, pretty
That is an
much.
exit liquidity upgrade without a doubt. Don't get me wrong.
There's so many people that don't know anything about the markets. They don't know how extended this is. They know that the stock's gone up. They see that, oh, it has room to 160 now, JP Morgan. I mean, shit. Let's buy some today. It just adds that. I mean, look how much more volume it's trading today, too. It's
Don't get me
perfect.
wrong. Like reasonable, well scripted, or whatever price target upgrades. They're awesome, right? They're good things to be aware of. Like that is what adds fuel to something like this. That is
Yeah,
what makes
yeah.
this, in my opinion, this stock the one to look at.
And
As well as right the history of this. I think this one has the best range out of all of them. Baba's got the best liquidity. Um, yeah.
and a lot of that, I want to bring it back to this. Hold on. I gotta find it. Maybe I posted it in here. Oh, this is a good example. I was looking for this quote from Oliver Kell from his book. So stuff like that JP Morgan price target upgrade, the way it's going to hit the tape is like determined on where the stock's at in its cycle, right? It's the same thing as like Morgan Stanley or Goldman Sachs recommended everyone to buy Tesla call options ahead of the event after it just ripped like 30% in 6 days, right? Kel says then the only thing matters is how the market trades around an event or news catalyst. Depending on where the market or stock is in its cycle, will determine how that trade hits the tape.
Yeah.
It's important to not have a strong opinion about the actual news headline or the event, but to view it as a catalyst to ignite whatever the price action is telling you.
Yeah.
That's exactly true.
Yeah, unless it's Friday afternoon, GME out of the money calls. That's different, CT. You're right. I'll give you that. That's funny.
I love that. Zanger said anything I might read or see during the trading day is 100% intended to mislead me from the winning side of the trade. That is awesome.
Goodbye.
Hmm.
The COSE is back at 3. The only thing I don't like about this LRCX candle is it's got no fucking volume today. It's gonna be, it won't be an accumulation day, which is makes me want to ignore it. COHR, that's a nice candle. This thing's got some good support here. 88, 87, 50, give or take. I wanted this down closer to 85 again. Like the way UNH held the gap. Sorry, held the gap fill. Gilead, I know Fishman, you were mentioning in the chat earlier today. Nice breakout. Flex, I still like that chart. KTOS, nice. Hey, this is getting a little bit of push. Right
I
now.
probably should have bought the CDNA today. I was just busy.
I know. I'm actually. I think I'm gonna look back and see some things that I should that probably should have or could have been bought. Don't think that I would have gotten full size on some things, which which is why I'm fine with those, with not taking some other ones that I think triggered. So, but what are you gonna do? I do
Dude, I'm
like
so mad. I had an alert set at 160 because the MSCI was gapping up, and if it retested and held, I was gonna maybe get involved. And my alert went off when I was trading the China, and I just ignored it.
What do you think of this A Lab? We're right around this IPO open and IPO low. Starting to look interesting. I still think I think it's probably a third tier, but
All right, closing the rest of my Baba and Billy. Done with these for now. Sell to close.
fours I still like this is still incredibly impressive. What's TIGR doing?
Mhm.
So
Oh,
covered some at the red to green spot, but
that food too was so sweet.
what's BLDR doing? Looking at this. Okay, cool. Hey, I really like this by the way, Broncos BLDR. Not I think you got a pretty clean spot at this 197.25. So it might be prone to failure a little bit. Like it might be like SE type of look. To be honest, I should be in this probably from 9:11, 9:12, or a little bit. 22, 42. I still stand by ATR is more important than ADR. I will die on that hill, Bracco.
I don't think into it that much. I just got them both up here. Look at them both. God, I'm trying to. I don't even know how to sell my position on IBKR. Um. Uh-oh.
Better than that.
Guys, how do I sell my position on IBKR? Oh, sell. Okay, there we go.
Order fill.
Order filled. Let's get back to the US markets. I like the spot on the Qs for now. Still looks okay to me. Okay, hello, NNE, EOSC, Rocket Lab, Tesla. Okay, all good there. DJT's getting some volume, upside volume on the scanner.
I still like this VSCO. I know. I know what you're about to say. You don't even have to say it. How you guys doing out there?
Pretty good, dude. Thinking I'm gonna regret selling Bob and Billy, but whatever. I've come to peace with the conclusion that Futu was the one. EOSC calls. Interesting.
For May of next year. I like this little RKT sell too. Be average, not ready yet, but got a nice little wick, the 50-day.
Man, MSTR. Nice inside week so far. This can build out a little bit. I think Bitcoin held the 50. IBIT held the 50 today.
I saw some of those calls come in on RKT for March. LEU another day, 7.5%. Oh. This thing's up like 60% from that.
I don't know if you remember, but I still have this in my IRA from a while ago.
From I think from August of 23.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm up like 45% on it. Dude, this DUO is nuts. This thing went like 1,000% in 5 days.
Yeah, this GPCR is really catching my eye.
Which one?
GPCR.
Biotech.
Yeah, so this is a VKT, like a weight loss drug. Back here when it was up about 50% on June 3rd. They had some like really good data or something. That was really promising. So Futu bouncing a tad back to 110. First little sign of life on this thing. I get a few shorts out of this thing here in the afternoon, and then see how it ends up closing. That was a nice move on TLT. Good eye. Good spot on that earlier. Yeah, Futu getting a little volume to the upside. 112 now. About a $6 pop off the lows. Like that cover at the red spot. Good time of day to run through some scans. Got Tesla, nice little recovery off the lows. About what,
Right?
$10 off the lows, $9.
Yep. I had an alert set over high a day. I was about to break it. I don't think I'm gonna buy yet though. I want to wait. I want a couple more days to this can handle out between like 240, 260 into like next week.
Mhm.
Big fan. I'm giving this a little more room than I usually would on a trade, but not because I'm attached to it, but just because like I don't know, I'm kind of playing the weekly on this. I still think this is in an active sequence from that breakout we bought. I
I think
still
so
think
too.
it has potential.
I think so too. I
So
think you
the
should.
big tell for me today was, does this end up selling off like 7 or 8%? Or is this like recover after the washout? And it's so far recovering. I really like that.
Yep.
Because I mean, this was already traded 53 million shares. Yeah, I mean, you definitely got some people that just washed out, capitulated on this today. For sure. What was I just looking at?
Yeah, another big put seller came into at the Astros posted 275 for February 21st, 2025. Sold some 275 puts, collected $50 per contract, 4 million in premium. That's notable.
Like this USC weekly.
Nice little intraday consolidation on OKLO.
Yeah, look at this NNE flag right now. alert just went off on Tesla. New high a day. You
Hey,
like
what
to
noise do
see
you
it.
have? What noise do you have for your alerts? Which one's that?
Just like the uh I don't know. How do I look at it?
Oh, beep. Here, go back. You were right there.
Yeah, beep.
I like the ring.
I like the beep.
I might change mine. I don't want to beep. What else is there? How do I find that?
I gotta clean up my alerts.
Oh, me too. I keep it. The problem with that, without if you don't clean them up, you end up ignoring some of them. Then you might end up ignoring the one that you don't want to.
Yeah.
Has always been one of my problems. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one.
It's a little obnoxious, but it gets my attention for sure. NME breaking this flag. Is it over this 927 high? 1771. Yeah, it broke it. So this is its highest price since back in July. Man, this is shaping up. Really like these. And I love that they're moving together too. I got 17% on both. That's pretty decent for, one day.
Yeah, that is 17% on those trades. Yeah, that is decent.
It's just
That's
nice having a cushion because you could just kind of let them breathe now and do their thing.
mm-hmm. Oh, soft bells.
OpenAI closes funding round with 150 billion valuation. Give us some sort of catalyst on this NVAX one.
That one is nice. I do like that beep.
I try to only set alerts for good things. Like I have alerts for like when I have something triggers and I get excited, but I also have alerts on like my positions at certain spots. So when they start breaking new highs, it goes off.
Mhm.
So it is a little bit of a noxious sound, but like I'm used to it usually being a good thing.
I need to figure out how to turn off those damn Weeble notification alerts. Just yeah, that's still my favorite thing. I'm like Pavlov, like Pat or his dogs, I guess, not Pavlov himself. I'm like his dogs. Been hearing that ring for so damn long.
Yeah, this Reddit's triggering right now. Probably should be buying this. I should probably still have it. So ASTS, since I missed that initial entry, what was that last Friday? Kind of see if this can contract a little bit below 25 and set up like a wedge pop. Definitely want this low to hold though from Friday. I have no position right now, but yeah, you'd want this to kind of trade below 25 and get tight and then pop back through.
I gets done for a while. I do like. I'm just kind of re-emphasizing. I do like the candle that RKT's putting in today. Oh yeah, yeah. I think he was more looking at a little random NPC candle. Little SILV options flow coming in for Jan 2026. Hey, that olive rock I ended up adding that to my flag list yesterday. Based on the weekly. So weekly tightens up a little bit. You see what I mean? I needed to tighten up.
Kind of looks like Powell weekly chart.
Mhm.
Powell out.
I love that, over those IPO highs sometimes you do get some of those loose little bases like that. I mean, first off, it's only like 20% from high to low, like 20 to 1550 or 16 or whatever. Um, and I think if I can get tap of the weekly nine or something, maybe 1 or 2 weeks sideways underneath this. Like the next setup, I think I'd really like pull back to the 20, maybe give a little undercut.
Some of these best stocks just don't let you in.
What are you gonna do?
Q's going for high day. I'm super happy with this Tesla bounce back. That was the only thing hurting me today.
Hey, why don't we shorten ANF?
Dude, I was gonna say this morning, this thing is on like the brink of death right now. uh, I want no part. I'll be happy to just sit and watch.
Amazon's getting a little more short-term options flow, this time in the money 170s for 1025. What you got there?
I look at WDC hitting the volume scanner. This STX is still looks so good. Yeah, this SLV kind of shook people out and remounted.
Dude, I think the weekly is still super hot.
I think, dude, I'd love for the weekly to give some more weeks, but I don't know if
Yep.
it's good.
Is OKLO finna make a new high a day?
Little tidbit from Andrew there. Oops, I did not mean to put the laughing emoji. No, put a fire.
Like I say, was lies, but they bad for enough because oh, interesting. You guys don't want to hear my take on the whole Doc Ruger situation. I gotta go grab some tinfoil from the pantry first.
I'm the opposite, where I barely even know what's going on.
All a scam.
You and your tinfoil hats.
It's all a scam. Nah.
Love the NNE shakeout this morning. Love it.
Did we talk about there was conversation in the chat, last night or maybe it was this morning. I don't know. I can't remember it all blends together, but you just gotta give this. And Rocco, I will say this is probably the only thing you hear me say that with that ADR, that average daily range intraday, excluding overnight gaps, being how high it is that you just have to give this like a decent bit of room.
That's what I said. That's why I said yesterday why it's really important to make sure you're position sizing properly according to like its ADR or ATR, like how much the stock can move on any given day. You can't size the same into this as like a Tesla. Like it's totally different or like anything. Um, like this thing's average, like for the last 20 days, on average, from low to high or high to low, just its range from peak to trough is 22% a day on average.
Fucking nuts.
So you got to be like, okay, I got to be able to give this some room, right? You got to size appropriately for this. Where I think, that sell this morning could have probably washed out a lot of people because they weren't sized properly. And they did not discount that ADR, which, it only sold off 8% this morning from previous day's close. That's like 40% of its ADR, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to discount those things. It's important. That's why those indicators are important. Um, Got to know the stock you're trading.
It just gives you a statistical edge, or it enhances at least.
Yeah.
Because
Believe it or not, I know I would imagine a lot of like, especially novice traders, especially me when I first started, I would like size the same into any trade.
yeah.
Right. Or it doesn't matter what stock it is. My position sizing stays the same. But, maybe that can be true, but not for the stops. Like I did not put size into this like I did with Tesla. I think this thing's got potential to. Yeah, this thing's wild. Okay, a low, new high a day, and we are hitting the 200-day moving average now. My alert at the 200-day just went off. Up 18.5% on OKLO in one day. That's equity, no options. This food too is starting to reroll a little.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be some bullshit or goofiness intraday, or what do you call it today? Right now, afternoon, mid afternoon. Um, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, so Nicola had that PR this morning about, I don't know, they delivered like 20 trucks or something. Um, by the way, I always discount everything I know. They delivered God, I saw it for a brief second. Maybe it was produced, either produced or delivered 66, I want to say. Vehicles. Here, I can find it in a second. Rocco, do you have the PR in front of you?
On what?
Nicola. I don't ever trade this, but I mean, I
Nikola records record sales of 88 hydrogen-powered Class 8 trucks for North American customers in quarter three 2024. 200 total sold this year.
88. So okay. Yeah, I mean, I have to look my kids and my wife in the face at the end of the day, so I can't trade this, Nicola. Dude, man, the Caesars is ripping 7% today. What a sick candle.
Ooh, that is. Oh, damn.
But yeah, $10 psych. I think the next important level is a little bit higher than that. I think it's closer to that 1070 mark, personally.
Ten 1070 is the top of this last large volume shelf. You see it?
Mhm.
Yeah, 1070.
Yeah, was I saw that wolf too. Yeah, this food is gonna make a new low. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but that shit ain't done yet. Like this chorus action today too. The positives in the market. Spy's got little resistance up here at 570 looks like. I'm still having a little trouble at the 218.50 mark. Cake, Cheesecake Factory. There's a pretty nice weekly base breakout going back to 2022. That's right, it's nice. I gotta fix something with the rolls. Just real quick. For desk.
Right back.
Yeah, should be good now. Yeah, dudes, this Gilead, it's a nice breakout today. Yeah, KTOS trying to make a new high day right now. Like I said, I think this Futu is gonna have a new low in it. Um, I think my main area is called a little closer to 102 now, and then if it really wants to get down back into 95, and so be it. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of trail it around. Still got some puts, still got some shares. Sorry, I still got some of the puts.
You making fun of Canal? I hope he's listening.
Hmm. Yeah, rip. Yeah, shred the calls on this thing. Fishman, yeah, good shit, dude. That's a sick return on Gilead. Hell yeah. What's going on with Hershey's? Let's take a look, Babo. Oh yeah, getting some volume. What do you got?
HSY volatility following analyst comments on Mars, their competitor raising prices in December. Rocco news guy. I got everything.
Dude, have you actually seen um have you actually seen the price of chocolate? Okay, I don't even sound like a crazy person, but it's actually insane. Go to the store and try to buy a bag of Hershey's, like whatever. It's pretty nuts. I remember when it used to be a nickel. Just kidding.
Shut up.
Honestly though, Brocco, how much would you think a bag of like Hershey's Kisses or something is? Like a pound.
Dude, I don't know. I don't buy chocolate.
What do you mean?
Like $5? I don't know.
No, dude, way off. What do
I
you
have
think?
no clue.
Yeah, 17 bucks, 15 bucks. You're okay. Hello, Brocco. Almost $10.
Advanced declines are starting to roll over a little bit.
TTD.
HSY is starting to speed up a little bit.
TTD just got a little pop.
Yeah, dude, COHRs is a beast too. With WRT.
They're probably expecting a little bit more data soon. What strike are you talking about specifically? I mean, it's only 100. I mean, first off, only 105%. 25 calls, 117. Okay, thank you. Yeah, 108, 109. I mean, this isn't pretty damn volatile stock. I mean, it's up from $2 to $30, back down to 20. So I think that's justified. Hmm. There's a company that back here on May 30th announced that their
Data connection loss.
what is it? Their drug competes with
Market data connection re-established.
Keytruda. Which is a pretty large market. And that they have better.
I'm pretty happy with everything I own right now. I don't know that I want to buy anything else today. Jeez. That is a nice candle on Reddit today. What day is it today? Wednesday.
Wednesday, October 2nd.
Got a little live workshop tonight. What are we gonna talk about?
2024.
What shall we talk about tonight?
I don't even know what that means, CT. I'm trying to read it and figure out what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I have no clue. Good luck.
That's amazing.
Only one.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I'm getting from it.
Rocket Lab put in a nice little candle today.
You're doing nice.
So hold. I'm thinking about just closing that position out. I'm not sure though.
No way, dude. You're not smarter than the moving averages. Are you?
I don't know. HKD getting volume. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I saw top going, and
Oh boy.
there's a couple of these just crap moving around. Just be careful, you dirty animals, if you're gonna do anything. It's not Friday, so, like it's only Wednesday, so like you can trade those if you want. But
Pass.
Swan, did you end up making one of those? I know we hadn't followed up on the talk from a while back.
What do you scan on, Swan?
They'd been talking about some standard deviation moves because Swan loves some of those mean reversions.
Interesting. And this came up on it. It's a breakout scanner. Huh. Interesting. Dude, this dash just continues to be a monster.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find a way to add to it. I was thinking about that yesterday. Decided not to.
Nice inside bar on crowd today. That's a nice hold. Crowd looks pretty good. Doc B.
Got some things slowing down still a little bit. It's that classic midday.
I was thinking about adding some further out calls on OKLO yesterday too, and I didn't. That would have been nice today.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
My time
NNE
picked
through
up.
18.
I'm sorry, what?
NNE through 18 for the first time. Hey, pal. Good buddy, old pal. I think I'm gonna take a little break.
Yep.
I'm good on my positions. I just kind of finished managing a couple of things, and yeah, I don't have anything else I think I want to buy today or trade. Market looks like it's slowing down a little bit. Yeah, got my stops in on some things, and probably gonna go take a little walk. Come back after and post some updates on my positions, kind of going forward.
Yep. Same good
Looks and
shit.
trade reviews in the Evernote.
I mean, NNE, ACLO, OKLO, which you alerted yesterday, both are up massive. Some of these China shorts, this morning, you got some pretty big moves. Shout out to the folks who hit, that NVIDIA, on the oops reversal, this morning. UNH with a nice gapper, CVS, a couple 100% overnight. What else? What am I missing? Yin. I saw some people posting screenshots and taking profits of
Some of
those.
those yen gains were nuts, dude.
There's did you see that a tweet? I started tagging it a little bit yesterday, but on 921 or 922, I was like yin to 40 now.
Mhm.
Anyway, hit 50 today. What else? I damn. Oh, Bob BMY. With that overnight. Still from. Swing trade Grimes been in for a couple weeks now. Know some folks are in this docu some of these crypto moves, MSTR, mainly. Swan with the sick crowd trade from yesterday. I think I'm sure I'm missing a few. If I forgot, then my B. All right. Smell y'all later.
Oh, and then he just got a wicked sell off that 18. Why did I have that as a big low?